In Supernatural's first season, brothers Sam and Dean Winchester struggle with a fractured relationship shaped by their traumatic childhood after their mother, Mary, died under bizarre circumstances, killed as an infant by an unseen force that pinned her to the ceiling before she burst into flames. Raised by their grieving father, John, who became obsessed with hunting the supernatural creature responsible, the brothers were trained as monster hunters during their teens, though Dean stayed loyal to their father while effectively raising Sam in his absence. Over time, Sam grew to resent that Sam had settled into a new life at Stanford University with his girlfriend Jessica, aiming to become a lawyer, but everything changed when Dean arrived with news that their father, John, had vanished during a monster hunt and needed their help. Though hesitant at first, Sam's resolve hardened after Jessica was killed the same way as their mother, Mary, and he joined Dean to find John and eliminate supernatural evil, traveling across the country to hunt ghosts, poltergeists, wendigos, and even a terrifying scarecrow, while also meeting new allies like the clumsy paranormal investigators at Seymour, Harry Spangler, and a friendly hitchhiker named Meg Masters, who kept strangely crossing paths with them, all as Sam began experiencing strange prophetic dreams and premonitions, strengthening his bond with Dean along the way. In the end, the brothers locate John, who tells them he learned that a demon called Azazel killed Mary after obtaining the Colt's, a magical gun that can destroy any supernatural being, and is now prepared to avenge her death, making amends with his sons and recognizing that family and their duty to help others matter more than his personal thirst for revenge. But Meg, the daughter of Azazel, allies with demons loyal to her father to capture John, forcing Sam and Dean to join forces. They turn to their parents' old friend, the monster hunter Bobby Singer, who trains them to trap demons. And after exorcising the demon-possessing Meg, whose human body then dies naturally, they rescue their father, only for the demon Azazel, now in John's body, to reveal he's targeting Sam's loved ones as part of an unknown larger scheme. In Supernatural Season 2, John, briefly regaining control of his body as Azazel attacks, begs Sam to shoot him with the Colt to kill the demon, despite the pain it would cause. But Sam hesitates and instead shoots John's leg, forcing the Azazel out. As Sam and Dean rush John to the hospital, a demon-possessed semi-truck driver crashes into their car, yet the Winchesters survive. Yet, after Dean is left in critical condition from a car crash and a grim reaper named Tessa tries to claim his soul, a desperate John makes a deal with a demon, trading the demon-killing Colt and his own soul to save Dean, who survives while John delivers a final message before dying in his place. Mourning their father, Sam and Dean vow to carry on John's mission to hunt and kill the demon for good, and along the way, the Winchesters face new supernatural. The mother-daughter monster hunting team, Ellen and Joe Harville, along with their tech-savvy ally Ash, who lives at a bar called the Roadhouse, agree to track Azazel and notify the Winchesters once located, but Ash is killed before he can share the demon's whereabouts. Later, Sam and Dean face a trickster who unleashes deadly urban legends on a college campus, defeating him with Bobby's help, though the trickster secretly fakes his death, while elsewhere, the brothers encounter the ruthless vampire hunter Gordon Walker, as the Winchesters continue hunting monsters, and Sam is forced to stop Gordon from killing innocent vampires. His disturbing premonitions increase, showing visions of strangers dying, while they meet more people with psychic gifts, making Sam fear that everyone with powers like his eventually turns evil. Then, while investigating a town where a demon virus has infected the residents, Sam discovers he's mysteriously immune, just as Dean reveals John's final warning. If he couldn't save Sam, he had to kill him. But when Gordon returns to insist Sam must die before being fully corrupted by Azazel's growing army of evil psychics, Dean refuses to follow. During the deadly battle among Ailes' chosen children, Sam discovers he was picked as a baby, given the demon's blood, and granted psychic powers, but is fatally wounded by another psychic. Jake Talley, who flees when Dean and Bobby arrive too late to save him. Heartbroken, Dean strikes a deal at a crossroads to revive Sam by trading his own soul to hell in the year, and though Sam later kills Jake to stop him from opening a hellish portal, they fail, allowing Azazel to emerge, confront the Winchesters, and nearly kill Dean before John escapes the portal and distracts the demon, giving Dean a chance to strike. The Colt's final bullets end Azazel for good. While Bobby and Helen fight, Pyro shuts Hell's portal after fulfilling his mission, and on Earth, John says goodbye to his sons and passes on as the Winchesters gear up to stop hundreds of escaped demons, including the 7 deadly sins, while Sam vows to break Dean's demonic deal in Supernatural's 3rd season. The brothers hunt the demons with help from Ruby, a former witch-turned-demon who claims loyalty, aids Bobby in crafting weapons, and insists she's fighting evil alongside them. As Ruby keeps helping the brothers, she admits to Dean that his soul is doomed to eternal damnation and that, once his contract ends, he'll turn into a demon like her, so Dean agrees to team up with Ruby to train Sam into the ultimate monster hunting warrior, strong enough to kill Lilith, the demon who took power after Azazel's death, while the brothers continue their hunts and cross paths with various characters, including Bella. While Dean reunites with his ex-lover Lisa and grows close to her son Ben, all as the thief Talat keeps stealing supernatural artifacts. Much to the Winchesters' frustration, the brothers face Gordon Walker, now a vicious vampire after escaping prison, whom Sam is forced to kill. They also outsmart the trickster again and team up with ghost hunters, Ed Zmore and Harry Spangler, to lay a vengeful spirit to rest. And though Dean, accepting his looming death, teaches Sam to repair their fathers. Impala, Sam convinces him to cling to hope of breaking his deal, while elsewhere Bella admits she sold her soul a decade ago to a crossroads demon to kill her abusive father, and now that her time is up, she desperately strikes another bargain to avoid hell. After Bella fails to kill the Winchesters, leaving her unable to uphold her bargain with Lilith, she is killed by hellhounds. As Dean's time on Earth nears its end, Sam, Bobby, and Ruby rush to stop Lilith and save Dean's soul. But Lilith, possessing Ruby, overpowers them, sending hellhounds to kill Dean and drag his soul to hell. When Lilith attacks Sam with magic, it fails, terrifying her into fleeing, leaving Sam holding Dean's lifeless body as Dean awakens trapped in hell, only to be rescued. In Supernatural Season 4 by the angel Castiel, who occupies devout family man Jimmy Novak's body on a divine mission, though only 4 months passed on Earth, Dean endures 40 years of torment in hell and returns deeply traumatized, reuniting with Sam and Bobby before they regroup. In their latest mission, Castiel and his angelic ally Uriel try to stop Lilith from breaking Hell's seals, an act that would free Lucifer and trigger the apocalypse, while the Winchesters cross paths with vivid new figures like the prophet Chuck, whose Supernatural book series chronicles his visions of Sam and Dean's lives, and learn their father John had a 3rd son, Adam, though they arrived Anna, a fallen angel who agrees to help, joins Sam, Dean, and their new angel allies in uncovering several murdered angels on Earth, initially suspecting demons. So Dean captures and tortures his old demon tormentor Alistair, who, before Sam's growing powers kill him, insists demons weren't behind the deaths, until Castiel exposes his trusted partner Uriel as the real killer, a secret follower of Lucifer who had been covertly turning angels to his cause to free the devil. Devastated by the order to cage and kill those who resist, Castiel lets Anna destroy Uriel, then reveals to Dean a shocking truth. The angels never intended to stop the apocalypse. They wanted to happen, planning to use it to purge demons and remake Earth as paradise. With Dean forced to lead their army, horrified Dean, now deeply connected to humanity, watches as Castiel turns against heaven to help stop the apocalypse, while Ruby seizes her chance to possess someone. Ruby secretly starts a romance with Sam, urging him to expand his demonic powers by drinking more demon blood so he can grow strong enough to kill Lilith. But as Sam bonds with her and becomes addicted, his relationship with Dean frays until he finally uses his new abilities to destroy Lilith, only to realize too late that her death was exactly what Ruby had manipulated him into doing. In Supernatural Season 5, as Sam and Dean secretly seal Lucifer's cage and kill Ruby, Lucifer escapes hell to earth, triggering the apocalypse, which makes them targets of both heaven and hell. Sam destined as Lucifer's vessel, and Dean as the Archangel Michael's, the same angel who originally banished Lucifer, forcing the brothers into a deadly clash where neither angels nor demons spare thought for the millions of innocent lives at stake. So they ally with Castiel to stop the final battle and save humanity. But as their struggle for redemption deepens, Michael and Lucifer's influence grows, straining their bond and pushing both to consider surrendering as vessels, while Lucifer's four horsemen unleash chaos. Meg returns in a new body to side with Lucifer against the Winchesters, and allies Joe and Ellen Harvell sacrifice themselves in the fight. Anna plots to stop the apocalypse and Lucifer's control over Sam by going back in time to kill John and Mary Winchester before Dean and Sam are born. But Michael takes over young John's body to kill her and ensure the brothers' births. Meanwhile, in the present, Sam, Dean, Bobby, and Castiel get unexpected help, including from the trickster, revealed as the Archangel Gabriel, who, after regaining faith in humanity, aids them and sacrifices himself while sharing that the four horsemen's rings can trap Lucifer in an eternal cage. With Crowley's help, they find pestilence, death, war, and famine to collect the rings, but after obtaining them, Sam lets Lucifer possess him to trap the devil forever, only for Lucifer to overpower him. Chuck reveals to Dean, who refuses to serve the angels and is struggling to help Sam regain full control of his body for the final battle with Michael, that Adam, his resurrected half-brother, will serve as Michael's vessel, then directs Dean, Castiel, and Bobby to Lucifer and Michael's battle location, where Dean races to stop the apocalypse and reach Sam. Though Dean nearly breaks through to Sam, Lucifer overpowers them, kills Castiel and Bobby, brutally beats Dean, and only then does Sam. Sam first loosens his grip to let his love for his brother briefly restore his control, while Castiel traps Michael and the Wearing Angel inside the cage forever, saving humanity from ruin. Then God revives Castiel, who heals Dean's wounds and brings Bobby back to life as Dean grieves. As the season winds down, Chuck ends this chapter of the Winchester story by showing Dean attempting to leave monster hunting behind and visiting his ex, Lisa, before vanishing into a white light, though he hints that Sam and Dean's journey isn't over yet, setting the stage for Supernatural's 6th season, where a year after stopping Lucifer, Dean still enjoys a quiet life with Lisa and Ben until Sam abruptly reappears, having inexplicably broken free from hell with a chilling, detached attitude. Led by their grandfather and hunters from their mother's family, Samuel is on a mission to track down and capture the Alpha monsters, the original monster's offspring, while Eve Dean secretly joins the hunt to protect Lisa and Ben, though Samuel has his own hidden plans. With Crowley now ruling hell in Lucifer's absence after securing all the Alphas in exchange, the demon vows to revive Samuel's daughter, Mary Winchester, while planning to use the Alphas to unlock Purgatory, a realm holding the souls of dead monsters, by consuming them, granting him nearly unlimited power. Meanwhile, as Dean worries his brother's changed behavior signals Lucifer's lingering possession, Sam ignores others' concerns, fixated only on finishing his and Samuel's mission no matter the cost. Ignoring Dean's safety, even letting him briefly become a vampire to trap the vampire Alpha, the Winchesters are forced to kill their grandfather after Eve possesses Samuel with a brain-controlling worm and turns him against them, then arrives on Earth to build an army of hybrid monsters, so they team up with Bobby and Castiel to destroy her for good. Later, Dean learns Castiel pulled Sam's body from hell, but lacked the power to free his soul, leaving Sam emotionless, so Dean tracks down Death to retrieve Sam's soul, restore his morality, and block his memories of Lucifer's cage and his soulless crimes. But as the brothers keep fighting evil, Lisa and Ben get caught in the crossfire, making Dean realize they'll always be at risk because of his hunting, so he tearfully asks them to leave. While erasing the Winchesters' memories of him so they can resume their normal lives, Castiel grows distracted by a heavenly civil war, sparked when the Archangel Raphael tries to free Lucifer and Michael from their cage to restart the apocalypse, and as Castiel fights to stop him, He suffers a crisis of faith, questioning whether God truly cares for humanity and if he was wrong to help the Winchesters thwart the apocalypse before. So he strikes a deal with Crowley to split the souls of purgatory for mutual power, only to later betray the King of Hell just as the Winchesters attempt to rein him in. In Season 7 of Supernatural, Castiel restores Sam's soulless memories, causing him severe pain, then opens purgatory, absorbs all its souls to gain vast power, kills Raphael, and declares himself the new god, only to later try fixing the world's wrongs before realizing some absorbed souls were Leviathans, the first beasts God created, which begin corrupting him. Castiel turned to Sam and Dean for help, but the Winchesters failed to save him as the Leviathans burst out and killed him from within, then sought new human hosts, forcing Sam and Dean to hunt them down before they could blend into humanity and seize control, though their leader, posing as wealthy businessman Dick Roman, first gains power through his financial influence while romancing Sheriff Jody Mills later, after Bobby helps the brothers uncover a Leviathan lab producing tainted food too. Make humans more docile, Dick Roman kills him, leaving Sam and Dean to mourn their surrogate father before pressing on with their mission, now guided by Bobby's ghost. With help from hunter allies, including a man named G and the ghost of Bobby, the brothers uncover the Leviathan's plan to dominate the world and turn humans into their ideal food, while Bobby, still aiding the Winchesters as a ghost, grows more vengeful toward his killer Dick Roman, fearing the harm he could inflict, and asks Sam and Dean to sever his earthly tether so he can permanently fade away. After Sam's memories return and Lucifer's mental torture pushes him to collapse, Dean finds a faith healer named Emmanuel who might heal Sam, only for the Winchesters to uncover that Emmanuel is actually Castiel, stripped of his angelic memories after surviving the Leviathans, so they help him recover his past, but to atone for freeing the Leviathans and unleashing Sam's hellish memories, Castiel takes Sam's suffering into himself, becoming Lucifer's new host, lets the torment drive him insane, and ends up in a mental hospital where the reformed demon Meg volunteers to watch over him while Charlie handles tech support. A hacker working for the real Dick Roman realizes her boss is actually a Leviathan, so she joins the Winchesters to stop him and helps recover a tablet he had desperately sought, just as a high school student named Kevin, struck by lightning, begins seeing visions of the tablet's symbols. When the Winchesters visit Castiel, now unhinged, he reveals the tablet contains God's word and declares Kevin a new prophet. Kevin then aids them in translating it, uncovering that the only way to kill the Leviathans is with the bone of a righteous mortal soaked in the blood of 3 fallen beings, and while Sam and Dean hunt for this weapon, Kevin is sent safely home. At home, the Winchesters are captured by the Leviathans to forge the Leviathan killing weapon, retrieving the bone of a righteous mortal from a nun's remains and the 3 bloods of the fallen angels from Castiel, ruler of the fallen humanities from Crowley, and the fallen beasts from the alpha vampire, before infiltrating the Leviathan base with their reluctant demon ally Meg and the still unhinged Castiel. In the fight, Sam and Meg save Kevin while Dean and Castiel kill Dick with the weapon, whose death explosion vanishes both Dean and Castiel, after which Crowley seizes Kevin to exploit his prophetic. In Season 8 of Supernatural, Dean and Castiel end up alone and trapped in purgatory, where the souls of dead monsters hunt them forever. While Sam spends a year feeling isolated after Crowley kidnaps Kevin, Bobby dies, and Dean remains missing. During that time, Sam meets and falls for Amelia, but breaks up when her husband, presumed dead, returns alive, while Dean survives purgatory by fighting monsters daily, until he and Castiel befriend a vampire named Benny, who helps them escape though. Castiel stays behind as penance for his sins, leaving Dean to reunite with Sam after their year apart. Henry Winchester, their grandfather, arrives from the past using a spell to meet his grandsons, revealing that the Winchesters are part of the Men of Letters, guardians of supernatural secrets, and gives them a key to the largest collection of supernatural knowledge on Earth. But Abaddon appears that night to steal it. Though the Winchesters defend the key, Henry is fatally wounded in the struggle and dies in their arms, while separately, Kevin escapes Crowley with another Word of God tablet to permanently seal hell and trap all demons inside forever. 3 trials must be completed, killing a hellhound and bathing in its blood, freeing an innocent soul from hell, and curing a demon. Sam takes on the trials, first by killing a hellhound, then rescuing Bobby's soul, trapped in hell after his death due to Crowley's betrayal. But while escaping, Sam and Bobby become stuck in purgatory, where Dean's vampire ally Benny sacrifices himself by staying behind to help them break free, allowing Sam to send Bobby's soul to heaven, finishing the second trial and leaving only the demon cure. Meanwhile, Castiel escapes purgatory with angelic help, including Naomi, who orders him to aid Sam and Dean in their mission to defeat Crowley while monitoring their actions. But Samandriel is tortured into betraying his kind, forcing Castiel to kill him as punishment. Castiel then turns to Sam, Dean, and their old demon enemy Meg for help in securing the angel tablet before Crowley can. Though they succeed, Meg must sacrifice herself to stop Crowley from getting it. And when Naomi orders Castiel to hand over the tablet and kill Dean, his love for Dean lets him holding the angel tablet as its only guardian. Castiel encounters Metatron, the scribe of God's word, who reveals that the tablet describes trials capable of sealing heaven from earth, aiming to push angels toward reconciliation and stop their looming civil war from harming humanity, so Castiel consents to assist. By the season's end, Dean pledges to aid Castiel in finishing the angel trials, while Sam tries to complete the demon trials by purifying Crowley's corruption. Metatron deceives Castiel by revealing the angel trials are merely a spell to expel all angels from heaven, while warning that if Sam finishes the demon trials, he will die. Dean rushes to stop Sam, and the brothers reconfirm their bond, but Metatron kills Naomi, strips Castiel of his grace, and banishes him to Earth as a human, leaving Sam, Dean, the now human Castiel, at a nearly cured Crowley, horrified as Metatron's spell forces every angel to fall from heaven while in Supernatural Season 9. Sam's near completion of the demon tablet trials leaves him dying, forcing Dean to seek help. While the fallen angel Ezekiel secretly controls Sam against his will to heal him internally, Kevin starts looking for a way to undo Metatron's spell and return the fallen angels to heaven, forcing him to reluctantly team up with Crowley to decode God's true inscription on the angel tablet, just as the Winchesters join forces to defeat Metatron and restore the angels. Sam and Dean reunite with Charlie to battle the Wicked Witch of the West, then bring her along as they hunt a newly discovered monster in Oz, where they find G, now a werewolf, leading a peaceful pack with his werewolf wife. Meanwhile, they encounter ghost hunters Ed Zemoran and Harry Spangler and uncover Ed's hoax about the Thin Man, meant to keep Harry from retiring, but after real deaths result, Harry cuts ties with Ed for good. Elsewhere, Castiel struggles as a human while facing Bartholomew's vengeful angels, who blame him for their fall after Metatron's spell. So he steals grace from one to regain his powers and learns Ezekiel actually died in the fall, meaning someone else is inside him. Sam isn't who they claim, as Ezekiel is truly Gadriel, a guardian angel tricked by Lucifer into letting him enter the Garden of Eden, which led to Gadriel's disgrace, imprisonment among angels, until the fall freed him, after which he meets Metatron, who, weary of ruling heaven alone, joins him to reshape heaven to their vision, leaving Deus without hope. While the traitorous Gadriel seizes full control of Sam's body to ally with Metatron and to prove his loyalty, he kills Kevin and steals all the Word of God tablets, forcing Dean and Castiel to turn to Crowley for help expelling Gadriel. Though the Winchesters reunite, Sam remains furious at Dean for letting an angel possess him without consent, so in exchange for Crowley's aid in saving Sam, Dean agrees to help Crowley overthrow Abaddon, who has seized control of Hell. And to do this, Dean obtains the First Blade, a weapon that requires the supernatural Mark of Cain to unlock its power. But despite Cain's warning that the mark carries a terrible price, Dean ignores the risk and succeeds in killing Abaddon. Castiel kills Abaddon but refuses to remove the Mark of Cain or discard the First Blade, worrying Sam, before Bartholomew confronts him to join his angel rebellion. Yet Castiel rejects Bartholomew's brutal tactics, fights and kills him, and wins over his followers, becoming their new leader against Metatron to reclaim heaven. While Gadriel, alarmed by Metatron's growing evil, defects to Castiel's side, warning him and Sam that Metatron aims to force the world to worship him as a god. As the season ends, Dean, empowered by the angel tablet, faces Metatron with the first blade but is overpowered by the angel's new godlike strength, suffering near-fatal wounds, while Gadriel sacrifices himself so Castiel can reach and shatter the tablet, stripping Metatron of his divinity. Enraged, Metatron rants about humanity and angels being unworthy of his rule, only for Castiel to reveal he's broadcast the tirade to every angel, who then turn on Metatron, imprisoning him forever. But when they urge Castiel to lead them, he refuses, despite his fading grace. And in Season 10 of Supernatural, Crowley tricks the dying Dean by revealing that the Mark of Cain has turned him into a demon, then partners with him as Dean embraces his new demonic life under Crowley's leadership. Crowley later manipulates Abaddon's loyal followers into attacking Dean, letting him kill them to feed his bloodlust, while Sam attempts to reconnect with his now demon brother, who no longer values their bond, until even Crowley realizes Dean has gone too far and aids Sam in restoring his humanity by helping capture him in exchange for the first blade. Though after Sam and Castiel cure Dean's demonic possession, the Mark of Cain stays bound to him. Struggling deeper into evil, Sam transforms while Cain, still bound by his own mark, returns, desperate to save his brother, fights Dean to the death, and though Dean kills him in the end, is finally driven to Castiel later encounters two angels who chose to stay on Earth as humans instead of returning to heaven, inspiring him with the belief that angels would thrive with human morals. Then, Crowley steals a fallen angel's grace and gives it to Castiel, fully restoring his angelic power and saving his life. Soon after, he is confronted by Claire Novak, a teenager and the daughter of his former human vessel Jimmy, who blames him for her family's collapse after her mother Amelia vanished searching for Jimmy. Castiel helps her track down and kill Tamiel, the rogue angel responsible for Amelia's death, and Claire forgives him before the Winchesters arrange for her to live with Sheriff Jody Mills, who has kept hunting monsters since Bobby's death, while elsewhere the witch Rowena. After being exiled from the Grand Coven long ago, Rowena, Crowley's manipulative and abusive mother, will now do anything to seize control of it, even pushing Crowley to betray his occasional allies, Sam and Dean, while the brothers work to stop her, use a psychic medium to contact Bobby in heaven for help, free Metatron, the only one who might know how to cure Dean's Mark of Cain from his heavenly prison, and force him at threat of losing his grace to admit he has no solution. After Winchester's old hacker friend Charlie uncovers that the mythical Book of the Damned holds the answers, only for Dean to steal it from its villainous owners, leading to Charlie's murder, Dean surrenders fully to the Mark of Cain and massacres her killers, while a desperate Sam seeks Rowena's help to decode the book, and the witch agrees on the condition that Sam kill Crowley, though his attempt ultimately fails. Crowley, heartbroken by Sam's betrayal and accepting that his attempts at redemption can never undo his past sins, fully embraces his demonic nature again, while, after Sam fails to kill him, Rowena spells Castiel into her obedient enforcer. As the season ends, Dean's murderous spree finally makes him confront his corruption, realizing the Mark of Cain can't be removed, so he begs death to kill him, only to learn the mark actually seals away an ancient force called the Darkness. It, without a new host, would unleash it. Death then proposes taking Dean far from humanity if he kills Sam to prevent the Winchesters from repeatedly saving each other and causing more destruction, but Dean refuses. In Supernatural Season 11, Rowena takes the Book of the Damned to cure Dean of the Mark of Cain after he kills Death. But Death's warning proves true. Removing the mark unleashes the darkness onto Earth, which awakens humanity's inner evil and turns ordinary people into violently rabid monsters. Sam gets corrupted by the darkness, but finds he can heal himself and others with holy oil, while Dean takes in an orphan named Amara, bearing the mark of Cain, who ages unnaturally fast, revealing she is the darkness itself. Crowley then raises her, feeding her demons and souls to speed her growth. But once powerful enough, she abandons him, tries to seduce Dean by claiming their shared mark binds them forever, and Dean, trapped in her thrall, can't resist her, forcing Sam to vow he'll find a solution. Meanwhile, Sam and Dean aid Castiel in killing her by tracking down Arena to break her attack dog spell. Castiel then questions the now powerless Metatron about the darkness, learning Amara isn't God's sister. She was sacrificed to create Earth after God's infection, and as Sam recovers, he starts having visions he assumes are from God to help defeat the darkness. But his trust is misplaced. The darkness has weakened Lucifer's cage, and he is sending the visions, claiming only he can destroy the darkness, and demanding Sam's body as a vessel again. But when Sam refuses, a hesitant Castiel lets Lucifer possess him instead, and the group then starts hunting for a solution. Crowley locates one of God's hand artifacts, the Horn of Joshua, and joins the Winchesters, hoping to use it to defeat Amara, free Castiel, and trap Lucifer back in his cage. But Lucifer takes the horn to fight Amara himself, only to fail because, as a fallen angel, he is unworthy of its power, leading Amara to capture and torture him in an attempt to lure God into battle. Meanwhile, the Winchesters meet the prophet Chuck Shirley, who reveals he is actually God, explaining that he created Earth and its life to inspire Amara away from darkness, though it failed, and admits regret over exiling Lucifer, losing faith in humanity and angels as they grew selfish and destructive, abandoning them until Lucifer's return forced him to re-engage, though his near-fatal wounds risk ending the world. Until Dean finally reaches Amara, reminding her of her love for God, prompting her to heal him and avert disaster. As Amara departs at the end, leaving Dean a gift for helping her reconcile with God, Sam and Castiel return to their Men of Letters bunker to recover after their latest heavenly battle, only to be confronted by Lady Tony, a member of the British Men of Letters, who banishes Castiel and shoots Sam, leaving his fate uncertain in Supernatural Season 12. Tony kidnaps Sam, treats his wound, and reveals that the British branch has purged England of monsters and now plans to expand into the US, demanding Sam disclose all American hunters, yet he refuses, while elsewhere, Dean reunites with his resurrected mother Mary, filling her in on the Winchesters' decades since her death before teaming up with Castiel to rescue Sam, though they succeed. Tony's colleagues Mick and Ketch arrive to condemn her actions and drag her back to London, but Mary's return brings little relief, as decades of trauma leave her struggling with the weight of the wind. After God apologized to him only to abandon him again for Amara, a bitter Lucifer, now aimless and seeking only to torment humans for amusement, possesses U.S. President Jefferson Rooney and impregnates a staffer, Kelly, with a powerful Nephilim, then orders the Secret Service to detain Sam and Dean. Meanwhile, Crowley, joined by Castiel and Rowena, hunts Lucifer to kill him and claim Hell's throne, while Mick and Ketch eliminate the agents holding the Winchesters, who break free as Castiel shields Kelly. While Lucifer searches for a new vessel, Crowley captures and imprisons him using supernatural restraints made from the same material as his eternal hell cage. With Lucifer gone, the first demons he created, Hell's princes led by Dee, arrive on Earth, and after Crowley detains Lucifer, Dee offers to shield Kelly and her unborn child, whereas Castiel is promised readmission to heaven if he eliminates Dee and Kelly to prevent Lucifer's son from being born. Separately, Mary grows close to Ketch and joins the ruthless British Men of Letters, who use brutal tactics to purge America of monsters, forcing Sam and Dean to reluctantly ally with them, even killing the alpha vampire with the cult, while proving to Ketch that not all monsters are evil. But when the Men of Letters hunt Kelly to stop Lucifer's child, Ketch sides with the Winchesters and Dee to protect her, only for Ketch to execute him for defiance before being ordered to wipe out all American hunters, including the Winchesters, upon uncovering Ketch's betrayal. Mary tries warning her sons, but is captured and brainwashed first, prompting Sam and Dean to team up with a guilt-ridden Tony to rescue and deprogram her, culminating in Sam leading a hunter assault to destroy the Men of Letters' base, while Dean and Tony free Mary. Mary, now recovered, kills Tony's killer Catch for revenge, while British scholars arrive as Castiel shows up to kill Kelly and her unborn child. But Kelly insists that though the Nephilim is Lucifer's son, it could still choose goodness, then reveals a vision of Castiel as the child's guardian, inspiring him. Empowered by the fetus, he defeats and kills the demon Dagon, now determined to shield and guide the Nephilim toward virtue. But as the season ends, Lucifer breaks free and rushes to claim his son, forcing Crowley to ally with the Winchesters again to stop him, only for Lucifer on his violent hunt to murder Rowena to prevent ever being caged again. And when Sam, Dean, Mary, and Crowley finally find Kelly, she's in labor, with Castiel warning that the Nephilim's power has torn open a rift to a world where Sam and Dean never existed, and the apocalypse raged, just as Lucifer strikes, killing Castiel while Crowley sacrifices himself. In Season 13 of Supernatural, after sealing Lucifer in an alternate reality forever, only for Lucifer to pull Mary Winchester in with him, Sam and Dean grieve the deaths of Crowley, Castiel, and their mother, then learn Kelly has died giving birth to Lucifer's teenage son Jack, whom Sam agrees to care for despite Dean's distrust of the boy's raw, uncontrolled power. While Sam mentors Jack, recalling his own descent into darkness while addicted to demon blood, Dean stays certain Jack will. After turning evil and blaming Jack for Castiel's death, Dean reluctantly accepts the boy's attempt to make amends when Jack uses his power to resurrect Castiel, who wakes in the empty, a void where angels and demons eternally sleep after death, becoming the first to ever escape and return to Earth, happily reuniting with the Winchesters as Castiel and the Winchesters mentor Jack. Taking him on monster hunts, his unstable powers accidentally kill an innocent civilian, leaving Jack fearing he'll become the monster Dean worries he is destined to be. While in the alternate apocalyptic world, Lucifer keeps Mary alive to trade for Jack, only for the alternate Michael to overpower him, steal most of his grace, and use it, via alternate Kevin, to open a portal back to Earth, through which a weakened Lucifer escapes before warning Castiel that the alternate Michael is coming for Jack's power, and the boy must be protected at all costs, but they're attacked by Asmodeus before they can act. The final Prince of Hell seeks to seize control of Hell during Lucifer and Castiel's separation, while the devil hunts angels to devour their grace and regain his full power. Meanwhile, Castiel rejoins the Winchesters to warn them of Lucifer's return to Earth and aid in rescuing their mother, with Jack partnering with a supernatural dreamwalker named Kaya to open a portal to the apocalyptic world, only for the plan to go awry, stranding Jack and Mary there, while Sam and Dean end up in a monster. Filled realm called the Bad Place, where Jody and Claire ally with Kaya, later killed by her alternate self, to save the brothers. In the apocalyptic world, Jack and Mary meet an alternate Bobby, leading a small human survivor group after Michael's war, and Jack vows to defeat Michael to prove his heroism. Back on Earth, Sam, Dean, and Castiel learn they need an archangel's grace, fruit from the tree of life, the seal of Solomon, and a holy man's blood to reopen the portal, embarking on quests, including a detour into a Scooby-Doo episode where they help solve it, while secretly serving Asmodeus, who has obtained the Archangel Blade, the sole weapon capable of killing Lucifer but requiring an archangel to wield it. Catch fights Lucifer to redeem her sins, only to betray Asmodeus by stealing the blade and freeing the still-living Archangel Gabriel, whom the villainous Prince of Hell had captured to atone for his own past wrongs. Gabriel breaks free by killing his demon captor, then reunites with the Winchesters, who use his grace as the final ingredient to open the portal to Apocalypse World, only for Lucifer to follow, seeking his son. Once there, Sam, Dean, Castiel, Gabriel, and the demon catch join Jack and Mary, but facing no clear way to defeat Michael, the Winchesters evacuate all Apocalypse World refugees, including alternate Bobby and Charlie, back to their Earth as the survivors flee through the portal. Michael ambushes them, overpowers Lucifer, and kills Gabriel, forcing Sam to seal the portal As the season ends, Lucifer and Michael join forces against their shared enemy to escape the dying Apocalypse World, then team up to conquer Earth. Lucifer strips Jack of his grace, turning him human, while gaining unstoppable power himself, forcing Dean to agree to become Michael's vessel so he can wield the Archangel Blade and finally kill Lucifer, only for Michael to refuse to leave his body afterward. In Supernatural Season 14, after losing Dean, who flees with Michael, and leaving Castiel, Jack, Mary, and the alternate universe, Bobby in despair, Sam Winchester takes command of a new hunter network with his mother Mary, the now powerless Jack, and the alternate Bobby. Meanwhile, Michael, still in Dean's body, uses his angelic grace to strengthen monsters into an unstoppable army before eventually abandoning Dean, who reunites with his family while Jack, now human and powerless, trains under the alternate Bobby but starts coughing up blood as his confidence grows. Struggling violently for control of his body and stripped of his grace, Jack, despite Rena's desperate attempts to hold him together, dies tragically among his newfound family, only to awaken in heaven face to face with the Shadow, the supernatural ruler of the empty, who has come to claim the half-angel's soul. Castiel arrives to intervene, offering his own soul in exchange, and though the Shadow accepts the deal, it spares Castiel for now, vowing to wait until he has known true happiness before collecting, allowing Castiel to return to Earth while Jack is miraculously revived, and meanwhile, G goes undercover to penetrate Michael's expanding monster army, but is forced to absorb some of the Archangel. With Sam and Castiel's help, Dean resists Michael's attempt to possess him again, overpowers the Archangel, and traps him deep in his own mind, breaking Michael's control over his monsters and disbanding his army. But when Michael later escapes, Jack destroys him by absorbing the Archangel's power, which restores Jack's own angelic abilities while costing most of his human soul, leaving Sam behind. Dean, anxious about young Ward Castiel's moral fate, sets out to find God and beg for Jack's soul to be restored. Meanwhile, Lucifer's former vessel, Nick, now violent and corrupted from his past possession, hunts down and kills his family's murderer, but craves the power he once had, so he prays for Lucifer's return, awakening the devil within him, who then enlists demons to open a portal back to Earth, only for Jack to stop the plan, banish Lucifer again, and execute Nick for his crimes. But the soulless Jack, overwhelmed by his powers, accidentally kills Mary Winchester, whom Castiel tries but fails to revive since she has already found peace in heaven with her late husband, leaving Jack devastated and tormented by his actions. After hallucinations of Lucifer, who convinced him that Sam and Dean would never forgive him, Jack puts all of humanity under his control, forcing everyone to always tell the truth. When God finally answers Castiel's prayers, he warns that Jack is a dire threat to Earth and must be stopped, giving the Winchesters a gun strong enough to kill Jack, but also fatal to whoever fires it, so Dean agrees to sacrifice himself, confronts Jack with the weapon, and Jack then shows remorse before accepting his fate. Fate intervenes, leaving Dean unable to kill the boy God, which enrages him. So the Winchesters finally grasp that God saw them as mere characters in his story, toys to torment and control out of spite for their defiance. In retaliation, God kills Jack, triggers the apocalypse, and ends the Winchesters' tale. But a vengeful Sam shoots him with a magic gun, wounding himself as God flees, unleashing hell's souls onto Earth and reviving every monster Sam and Dean had ever slain, now hunting them for revenge, forcing the trio Sam, Dean, and Cass to flee in Supernatural Season 15, though some freed ghosts, like the wrongly damned prophet Kevin and Hunter Eileen, whom Sam once saved, proved to be unexpected allies. After being saved from a banshee years earlier, Rena swallows the evil souls that escaped from hell and then sacrifices herself to trap them there forever, preventing an apocalypse, but leaves the Winchesters grieving their former enemy-turned-ally, while a wounded God, shot by Sam, realizes he now shares a new connection. After bonding with the Winchesters and losing his ability to leave Earth, God, now abandoned by Amara, turns narcissistic, causing Sam to suffer nightmares where he leads demons to slaughter Dean and his hunter allies, only for Sam to realize these visions are fragments of God's plot to destroy the Winchesters permanently, a scheme he glimpses through his forced mental link with the weakened deity injured from a prior attack, which also reveals God's vulnerability and gives the brothers a chance. Reinvigorated, Sam then uses Rowena's spell to fully revive Eileen, even sharing a date with her before the Winchesters head to Hell, where Rowena now rules to track down the original, while Dean and Castiel enter Purgatory to gather a rare flower needed to trap God permanently. Sam is approached by God, who warns that eternal imprisonment would leave no one to prevent evil from dominating the world. So when Dean and Castiel move to trap him, Sam intervenes, letting God heal, regain full power, and flee to destroy his other created worlds. Meanwhile, the new death, Billy, resurrects Jack from the empty after God's departure and gives him a plan to grow strong enough to kill. God then reunites him with Sam, Dean, and Castiel on Billy's orders. The group helps Jack enter the Garden of Eden, where his lost soul is fully restored, and they eventually meet Adam, the first human. Adam gives Jack one of his ribs, which, when combined with Jack's soul, will form a black hole strong enough to trap both God and the Mara forever, destroying them and Jack but freeing the world, though Dean accepts this outcome reluctantly. While Sam, devastated by the possible loss of Jack but determined to find another way to defeat God, meets the shadow ruler of the empty and discovers Billy has manipulated everyone to kill both Jack and God so she can seize control of heaven. Dean proceeds with his plan to kill God, trapping the creator with Amara's help so Jack can destroy him, despite Sam's pleas to reconsider, since this path would not only doom Jack and Amara, but also let Billy take heaven and reset the natural order, erasing all the saved alternate versions of their friends like Bobby and Charlie. Yet Dean refuses to back down. God decides the sacrifices are justified for the greater good, but when he sees Dean ready to kill her, along with many of his own allies, a disappointed Amara lets her brother absorb her powers and escape. Enraged by his thwarted plan, Billy attacks Dean and Castiel, and realizing Billy could kill them all, Castiel crafts a selfless plan to save Dean by confessing his love, finally experiencing true happiness, which fulfills his deal with the shadow, summoning it to Earth to consume both. God wipes out every living being on Earth except Sam, Dean, and Jack as punishment for the Winchesters' many offenses against him, leaving the world empty. But later the Archangel Michael joins them, offering to help defeat God and Lucifer, who emerges as God's new favorite, sent to crush another failed rebellion, only for Michael to kill Lucifer for good before betraying Jack and the Winchesters in a bid to replace Lucifer as God's favored. Yet God shows no affection for Michael's actions and destroys the Archangel before turning on the Winchesters. But just as he is about to kill Sam and Dean, Jack reveals he has absorbed Michael's power. After Lucifer's death gave him the strength to strip God of his powers, Chuck, now a powerless mortal, was spared by Sam, Dean, Jack, and left to live an ordinary, forgotten life, while Jack took over as the new God, restoring the Earth to its former state, reviving everyone God had erased, and granting humanity free will before leaving for heaven 6 months later. The Winchesters finally enjoyed peace until an old unsolved case of their fathers resurfaced, pulling Dean back into hunting, where he killed a nest of vampires but was fatally impaled, dying in Sam's arms, only to wake in heaven, greeted by the original Bobby Singer, who showed him the ideal afterlife Jack had built, reuniting all those death had parted. Dean later dies peacefully of old age, then arrives in heaven where he has an